Hi, I'm Dr. Diana Santacroce, a clinical psychology fellow at the UCLA Care Center, the Center for Child Anxiety, Resilience, Education, and Support.
Hi, I'm Dr. Monica Wu. I'm a clinical research fellow at the UCLA Center for Child Anxiety, Resilience, Education, and Support.
Dr. Wu, one of the questions that I have that, I just noticed is that the term obsessive compulsive disorder gets thrown around a lot with the clients that I work with and just in media. How do you define OCD?
Yeah, that's a great question because OCD really is thrown around a lot in media and even everyday conversations. Someone might say, oh, I'm really obsessive about this, or I'm really OCD about this, when really they're talking about, I'm obsessed with this new perfume, or I'm obsessed with this video game or TV show. But when I think about what's consistent with OCD, rather than kind of everyday dialogue, is obsessions within OCD are really intrusive. They're really unwanted. They cause a lot of distress and anxiety and discomfort. And so it's not something that's pleasurable for them. It's not something that they want. So obsessions in OCD are, for instance, like germs are all over me, I'm really uncomfortable with that, or something terrible is going to happen. And when we think about compulsions, sometimes people might feel compelled, or this is a compulsion I have to do, but if it's something that, again, is pleasurable, like I really have to play this video game, or sometimes it's self-soothing, we don't really think of that as OCD. We think more about behaviors that they have to do over and over again in response to their obsession, so they can kind of decrease that anxiety.
And one of the things that I wonder about sometimes is, what about those things that are happening internally, the things that we might not be able to see on the outside for some of the kids who otherwise would appear that they have other symptoms of OCD?
Yeah, so it's great to make that clarification that compulsions can not only be outward behaviors where you can kind of observe that it's going on, but also inward. So there are mental compulsions where kids might have to do things over and over again in their head. So they could be reciting prayers in their head in a certain way, or maybe reassuring themselves in a very specific manner in response to an obsession. So it's really important that you brought that up because there are different kinds of compulsions.
Yeah, and I wonder sometimes, in just working with these parents that come in and they're so frustrated. They, have a 2-hour routine they have to help their child get through just to get to school. Why is this going on? What is going on for those kiddos?
Yeah, absolutely. And so this is kind of a great segue from your last question because there are many things that we can't see. So there's all this anxiety and this discomfort that's going on in the child's head. So what really is happening is in OCD, they're getting this obsession. And then it's causing them a lot of anxiety. It's causing them a lot of distress. And sometimes we can see it and sometimes we can't. But what OCD it does is that it makes them do this compulsion in response to it because that's the only way they know how right now to get rid of their anxiety. So it becomes this vicious OCD cycle.
It's almost like their coping strategies.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Wu, for clarifying some of those misconceptions. And thank you so much for joining us today. For more information, please visit our website. Thank you.
Thank you so much.